Rugger's brave. Rugger is the best. He loves new adventures and tackling on new quest. He's Rugger.
Last week on Rugger Tales, Rugger was on his quest to find the missing Glup Glup Cup when he dreamt he was an All Black. He then wrestled a bag of magic jumping beans from a sneezing mountain man of Mulu and finally found himself trapped at the bottom of a pit. Rugger could hear the mountain man of Mulu close behind him. He rummaged in the bag he had fought so bravely for and found some beans in it. He threw the beans onto the ground, hoping that the magic jumping beans would grow into a stalk so he could climb out of the pit. But nothing happened. He popped a bean into his mouth and swallowed. Not only did it seem to be the right thing to do at the time, but he was still quite hungry and hadn't eaten anything since the blah blah turtle. Because he had just swallowed a jumping bean, there was only one thing left to do. Rugger jumped. He flew right up out of the pit and landed safely on the ground above. The summit of Minty Mountain looked very close now, and this gave him an energy boost. One might say he was full of beans. He continued climbing and things were going splendidly until he reached the bottom of a very steep rock face with another silly symbol appearing on it. The rock face seemed to reach into the clouds, and Rugger knew that he was close to his destiny. Just then, you guessed it, cue Hooded Knight Hologram.
May the beans be with you, my little Rugger bee.
Rugger thought. Have you got any rope with you, Rugger asked.
Sorry, brother, there's no room in this cloak for any rope. You must climb this rock face alone, my friend,
said the hooded,
and never give up hope.
The hooded knight finally finished his rhyme.
You must listen to me, my tiny little friend, because everything I say will help you in the end. In my rhyme, a riddle I will tell, and when you figure out the answer, it will serve you well. You have many challenges ahead, Rugger, so good luck. If you solve all my riddles, you will find the Glup Glup Cup. To evade all things thrown at you, dance, go dance is the best and only clue.
And with that, the hooded knight was gone. Rugger reached up on the rock face and tried to get a grip. It was going to be a difficult challenge because although he had a grip, the rock face was completely vertical and very, very high. Slowly but surely, the little Rugger bee edged his way up the rock face. 1 foot, 1 hand. 1 foot, 1 hand. Up, up, up he went. He didn't look down because, as everybody knows, Rugger bees have a tendency to get the wobbly gobblies when they climb high things. Suddenly, Rugger thought he heard something coming from above. He stopped to listen but heard nothing. It must have been his imagination. Even though Rugger was tired and his hands hurt, he continued to climb. Curse these 3-fingered Rugger bee hands, he said to himself. He kept on climbing. That is, until he was just a whisker from the top. He looked up, and there, leaning over the top of the mountain, were 3 huge mountain men of Mulu. Flippin' egg, Rugger thought. That's a bit of bad luck.
Welcome to the top of Minty Mountain, young Rugger bee. We've been expecting you,
said a patronizing mountain man. Now that is a surprise, Rugger said to the class.
Oh, come on, Rugger, please, don't hold out on me. You got to tell me. Why do you do this every time? Come on, man. Finish the story.
What lens will Fadi go to?
I think Fadi needs to get a grip. Will Fadi lose his mind?
Yeah, come on, man.
Tune in to next week's exciting Rugger Tales. And remember, if you don't know where you're going, how do you expect to get there? I didn't like this.
He's Rugger. Rugger Tales.